Donna spoke of how one light added to the glow of another light, if I may paraphrase, brings strength, love. What you see here is on every night of Hanukkah, a second candle is lit, a third candle, a fourth, a fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. So all those lights glow together, which leads to me of words of a ripple of hope. We live in dark times, as we did in the 60s during the Civil Rights Movement, as South Africa did in the 60s with the apartheid government suppressing the black majority by the white minority. In South Africa, at the University of Hope, Cape Hope, the student union has a group called the National Union of South Africa at the University of Cape Town. And every year they would celebrate, and that's an interesting word, they would celebrate the Day of Affirmation. The Day of Affirmation was a celebration of hope, peace, freedom. In 1966, they invited Martin Luther King Jr. to be the keynote speaker. The government denied him a visa. They then invited Bobby Kennedy. And if you may recall, in the 60s, Bobby Kennedy was a proponent of civil rights. They denied him a visa until pressure from the White House, JFK, and the realization that Bobby Kennedy may be the next president of the United States. They allowed him and 3 others to come, 4 visas to come speak. The American press was not allowed to attend. When he arrived in Cape Town at the airport, there were thousands of whites jeering at him, screaming at him, calling him N-lover, telling him to go home. When Bobby Kennedy arrived at the auditorium, there were tens of thousands of black students and of the population that came to hear him. And sadly, there was more military present and police present. Bobby Kennedy gave a speech that became called the Ripple of Hope. And I like to read, I will read his last comment. Quote, "Every time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lots of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring. Just like every light adds to another light, the ripple of hope. These ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. When we leave here today, be a ripple. Allow your voice to be heard. Allow your actions to be heard. And this ripple of hope will create energy, please God, to bring us back to where we need to be. Thank you.
As you dreidel. And as you leave, just sing that song. Sing your way out. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. Dreidel, 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 the